limit. I'm gonna leave a couple of minutes on the book. I told my sister before he came, so I'm gonna leave a couple of minutes on the table. Proverbs chapter 21, verses 1 and 2 reads this way. It says, "The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, as the rivers of water. He turneth it whithersoever he will." Verse 2 says, "Every way of a man is right in his own eyes, but the Lord pondereth the heart." As I was reading, and I know a lot of us, we go through things, and some are even going through things as I speak. And a lot of times we hear, if you have the faith, God to do this and God to do that. But you know, sometimes God does things for us even when we don't have the faith. He said the king's heart, President Trump, is in my hand. He said, and he didn't say the saved king. He didn't say the anointed king. He didn't say the king that I chose. He said the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. He said, as the rivers of water, he said, I will turn it whatever way I want to. So, I mean, that let me know I ain't worried about Donald Trump, because I know God is in control. But God went a little farther. He said, when you go for that job interview, it's not about how qualified you are. You want to be as qualified as possible. You want your application to be as best as it can be. But God said that person that has the authority to hire is in my hand. God said, I'm the one that will turn that heart. And I know some of us in here have that testimony, to where we wasn't the most qualified in man's sight, but we was the most qualified in God's sight. So a lot of times it's not about our qualifications, it's about the favor of God. If the king's heart is in God's hand, and there were some evil kings in the Bible, God said, I will turn that man or that woman to the north, south, east, or west. But see, with us, there's one thing. Verse 2 gives us what they call in college a prerequisite. Verse 2 says, 2b says, but the Lord pondereth the heart. So our heart got to be right. This is an inspirational message. Our heart got to be right in order for the king to turn someone else's heart. Did we get that? If our heart is right, God said, okay, your heart is right. Don't worry about it. I got this person's heart, because your heart is right. So in essence, our heart dictates our future no matter who we deal with. So often we get caught up with looking at the fleshly part. We get intimidated by a person's status or what their title is. And God said, no, that's not how this thing goes. He said it may have went that way before you accepted Christ, but after we accept Christ, it's no more about a person's status or their title. God said, you get your heart right and I'll do the rest. And just to put it on another level, when we witness to people, we don't worry about what they think about what we're saying about Christ, because we get caught up in rejection. Lord, they're not receiving what I'm saying. God said, no, long as your heart is sincere, he said, then I'll take care of their heart. Don't go by man's outward appearance. Don't go by their outward emotions. Don't go by their rejection, because God said, I'm working on the heart. One thing I know in working with young people, they know when your heart is right. Oh, and I'm told people that have prison ministries, Pastor, that those prisoners know when your heart is right. I heard Elder Williams say that. So if we get our heart right with God, God will take care of man. In every situation in our life, it don't matter what it is, on the job, off the job, it don't matter what situation comes up. God say, get your heart right, and I'll take care of the heart of the king. Amen.